Hello everyone, welcome to Electronically Connected. In this video, we will be covering the K-map, that is the Karnaugh map for 2 variables and 3 variables. So let's get started. In the previous few videos, we have covered different techniques of simplifying our Boolean expressions, which was using the Boolean laws and also the min terms and max terms of our SOP and POS forms. Both these techniques are very time consuming and we have to rewrite a lot of expression for each step. Hence, what comes in the picture is the K-map, which is a short form for Karnaugh method. This is a graphical method which has 2 raised to n cells where n represents the number of variables. So if we have 2 variables where n is equal to 2, then we have 4 cells. If n is equal to 3, then we have 8 cells, and so on. The K-map is generally used for 2 variable, 3 variable, 4 variable, and up to 5 variable. This is the most optimum method that is used for simplifying the Boolean expression. So let's see how the 2 variable K-map is used for simplification with the help of an example. So let's draw the K-map for a 2 variable. So we have 2 variables, A and B. So let's draw 4 cells for it. Let me explain how the 4 cells are going to look like. A and B. So A is one variable which can be 0 or 1. B is another variable which can be 0 and 1. So if we have 2 variables, so the possibilities are 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. So now let's pay attention over here. Each cell gets combined. So it's 0, 0. So this is the M0, 0, 1, so this is the first term. M0 is the 0 term, first term, 1, 0 is again the second term, and this is my third term, 1, 1. So this is how the K-map looks like for a 2 variable. Now let's try solving the K-map when the question is given to us. Let's say Y is an expression for the min terms 0, 1, and 2. So these 0, 1 and 2 represent the M0, M1 and M2. Let's start filling up our K-map. Now because it is min term, so this represents my SOP form. So SOP stands for ones. So let's fill up 1 in our respective places. So for 0, we fill up 1. For the first term, we fill up 1. And for the second term, we fill up 1. And we can fill 0 over here. So let me just 0, 0, 1. 1. Now these need to be grouped according to some laws. So let's see what the law is. There are different ways of grouping the ones. The first is you have to start from the highest term. So if all the 4 places had 1, it would get counted as one group. Because there aren't, we go to the next stage, which is the 2. So one of the groups can be formed like this, and the other group is this. So we have to group the ones that we have in our K-map. So the very first group we have, it gets grouped between this cell and this cell. So what is this first cell actually? It has 0, 0. And the second term is actually 0, 1. So let's write them down in a rough side. Now we have to understand 0, 0 and 0, 1. What does this grouping mean? So the output of our K-map is actually the most simplified form of our Boolean expression that can be formed from this numbers. So what is common over here, 0, 0 and 0, 1 vertically is this sector. This side has 0 and 1, so that there is no common form. And we have 0, 0. So 0, 0 is actually A bar. Got it? So from this particular grouping, we have A bar. Now moving to the second grouping, we have 0, 0 and 1, 0. What we need to make very careful over here is that we follow A and B. You can always switch from writing A over here and B over here, but you need to be very careful when forming the grouping. So for now, we'll just follow the common nomenclature A and B. So we have 0, 0 and 1, 0. Now what's common over here again is this part which stands for B. So we have B bar. So our simplified version of this expression 0, 1 and 2 is A bar plus B bar. This is the most simplified output of my Boolean expression when the terms given are 0, 1 and 2. But now how is this the most simplified form of my Boolean expression? Let me explain over here. So let's say we have 0, 1 and 2. So what does this mean? That means we have A bar, B bar, because the SOP for sum of product. 0, 1. So we have A bar B and plus A B bar. So we have actually 3 terms with all the complicated sums as A bar, B bar. This will take time to get reduced to its most simplest form, and using K-map you can reduce it faster and get the same result as A bar, B bar. Hence a K-map is used. Let's move forward to 3 variables and understand how we can implement our K-map when we have 3 variables given. Now when we have 3 variables, let's say A, B and C, what are the possibilities? 0, 0, 0 and 1, 1, 1. So we have in total 8 possibilities. As there are 3 variables, that is 2 raised to 3, that means 8. So we have 8 cells. So let's draw my 8 cells. So now be very careful when it comes to increasing the terms. So as A, it can be 0 or 1. B can be 0, 0, 0, 1. Now, we change only one bit at a time. So 0, 0, then we change 0 to 1. Now the 1 remains same and we change the 0 to 1. And then we go 1 to 0. So what does each term represent? So this is my M0, M1, M2, M3. How is this 3? It's 0, 1, 1. 0, 1, 1 is 3 and 0, 1, 0 is 2. Again further 4, 5, 6 and 7. So here we have my 8 cells with 8 possibilities of inputs. Now grouping changes a little bit when the variable increases, that means the cells increases. So let's see how we can group them. So as I mentioned before, the grouping first starts with the highest power. So the highest power is the number of cells. So we have 8 cells. So if all the cells have 1 in them, so all of these cells can be grouped as one thing. Second, it can group as power of 4. So 4 cells can be grouped together, and then 2 cells can be grouped together, and then individual sums can be grouped together. So these are the 4 possibilities. So let's understand. If it's 8, so all of them are grouped together. When it's 4, let's see how the grouping goes. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Pay attention how the groupings are. Let me use a brighter color. So this is my first grouping. This is my second grouping. This is my fourth grouping. See how the terms are. So it's M1, 3, 5 and 7. These are my 1, 2, 3 and 4. So let me write it down. So we have M0, M1, M4, M5 as 1. So these are the possibilities when it comes to grouping of 4. Now let's group them 2. So what will happen is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now again 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So groupings of 2 will be 12. Let me write all the 12 down. So here are the 12 combinations of 2 groupings, and the 1 groupings are the ones individual enough. Let's understand this further with the help of an example. So here we have y is equal to the sum of all the minterms for 0, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So these are the terms that are given to us. That means we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 terms in total in our Boolean expression. So let's fill this up in my K-map and see 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. This is the most first important thing that we need to do so that we can create a Boolean solving. So now we have for 0, so we have a 1 for my 0 term. 2, so this was 0, 1, 2. This is the second term where we have M2. So M2 and M3. Then we have M4 and M5. This was M6 and M7. So these places will become 0. So now let's try grouping the ones. starting from the highest power, as all the ones are not present in all the 8 cells, so the 8th power goes. Then our next power goes to the 4s. Is there any grouping of 4 ones possible? No. So we'll move to the grouping of 2 ones. So we can see some over here. So we have 1, 2, 3. This is the 4th. But you will see that this particular one and this particular one has already been counted in my group. So we do not need to include it again. So let's draw this a bit neatly. So here are my final groups. We have 1, 2 and 3. So let's see what term arises from all my groups. So let's take the first group here. So what are my terms? 0, 0, 0 and then 1, 0, 0. So what stands common is this term and this term. So this is B bar, C bar. So we have the first expression that we have is B bar, C bar plus. Now my second group here, which is again 1, 0, 0 and the next block is 1, 0, 1. So what we have common is A and then B bar. A and then B bar. Next what we have the next group 0, 1, 1 and then 0, 1, 0. So what we have common is A bar B plus A bar B. Hence, here is my output of the most simplified version of Boolean that we can get from this expression. Now this can also be written as B bar C bar plus, here we can see A B bar plus A bar B, which is the XOR form. So we can write A XOR B, and hence the most simplified version of my Boolean token. In the next video, we will see how the K-map can be used for 4 variables and 5 variables in the SOP form and also in the POS form. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Till then, happy learning. See you next time.